Okay, this is MMSTI Strategy Guide, and this isn't going to be an update on what I found out about the hacking. At first, sorry about that. As I mentioned before, I mentioned that it had something to do with the email, and now I understand exactly what they're doing, precisely. What they're doing is, they'll have your service provider, or I'm pretty certain they definitely go through your service provider for this. And what they would do is they would lock on a IP address onto you. This particular IP address is gonna be listed under sites like Amazonas.com and all that stuff. It's gonna be locked on to stuff like that. And each time, I was to now again, as I stated before, this is a whole new device. But the IP address was the same as my last device. And that's how I was able to figure out what they were doing. And it turns out, hang on, let me restrict the usage for that. They are really trying to dig around right now. It's crazy. But what I found out was it was the hang on, just give me a second. It's not easy to multitask, but it's definitely the IP addresses. And what they'll do is as I stated before, I got a new device, but my IP address was the same as my last device. And I noticed something, like whenever I was to put my phone in airplane mode and I was to use the IP changer, it would disrupt whatever they were doing. So what they're doing, the way that they're hacking you is they're locking a IP address onto you. Each time you were to change it, it changes back. And it's your service provider doing it. So what you need to do is contact your service provider, your service internet provider, as far as the agency that gives you service for your phone, for your Wi-Fi or anything like that. And you need to ask them if you can get your IP changed. Thing about this though, if they deny to have it changed, then you should wonder why. But that's pretty much how they're doing this. That's pretty much how they've been hacking this whole time. I've noticed there'll be times when I was I had rebooted my device once, and all of a sudden I seen a whole bunch of applications open that I wasn't even using. I mean, they were installed on the phone, yeah, but I wasn't even currently using them at all, so it just didn't make any sense. This was everything from my drive, my files, my storage, everything was opened. Everything. It was insane. They really, when I say they dig through your phone, I mean they are really digging through your phone. No joke, they're going through everything, through your contacts, through your email, through your messages, everything. It is really crazy, but yeah, that's definitely one of the things that they're doing. But you really should do your research as far as in pretty much it's best to find, I think, companies that don't really work with the government. Honestly, I've even heard that they have some devices that are hack proof, but I don't really know how accurate that is. You can check that out for yourself, but it's best to be mindful and be aware of tech-wise. As far as manufacturers are concerned, do the research. Look up several different problems that they've had that consumers have with the manufacturer. See what works and what doesn't work. Which one pretty much has the less amount of problems with its products, as far as security is concerned. But honestly, man, to tell you the truth, I think like when it comes to phones, with this as big as this organization is, it's pretty obvious because I honestly believe that since these play a key role into this, and with the way R&M works, I've realized that like they have a lot of sharing things that actually gets a lot of data. Even Facebook, like if you don't use Facebook, did you know that I've already stated this before, but they're technically like spying the crap out of everybody who don't use Facebook. And I know why they're doing it. It's because if you use Facebook, things that you like, things that you normally do through your daily life, people who you hang out with, people who you associate with, places that you go, things that you buy, a lot of people share that stuff on Facebook. So what's going on is, from what I understand, and Facebook, they got Facebook technically spying on people who don't use their products, primarily for information purposes, for R&M data. Because I realized that R&M plays back stuff that you relate to, things that make you happy, things that make you sad, things that make you depressed. It plays that stuff back through a microwave telepathic recording. And it's basic. The way it is like it's just basically several different sets of stuff being played, and if something doesn't work, it just switches over to something else. They weren't joking when they said this freaking thing was highly adaptive. I can tell you that right now. But yeah, as far as the hacking is concerned, it's definitely IP related. Now I've changed mine, but I'm pretty certain it was changed back. And it happens just as soon as it's changed back. So if you can change your IP address permanently, then to the point to where they don't know it, this is why I recommend you to have two different devices. But again, like as far as this stuff is concerned, just hacking stuff, none of this happened on this device until I put a certain email address back. Until I signed into a certain email address. So I don't know the full scenario about that, but as soon as I know about that, then I will definitely post it to to give awareness out about that. But if you have hacking if you have a hacking problem, the best thing I could recommend you to do, again, get all your applications and stuff that you're signing into. Immediately just change that over from a different device, a completely new, fresh, crisp, clean device that is not on a free open Wi-Fi, because they can hack into your stuff through free open Wi-Fi if you didn't know. And just do it that way. Just change your stuff around that way. That's the best thing I could recommend. But anyway, this is MMSTI Strategy Guide. I'm over and out.